И всем привет, дорогие друзья, с вами игровой канал Станислав Плей. Сегодня я буду начинать прохождение великолепной игры Divinity Original Sin 2. Это Definitive Edition, улучшенное издание чуть-чуть, с улучшенной графикой и так далее. Что ж, начинаем проходить сюжет. Так, и очень основной момент — это создание персонажа. Тут нужно очень хорошо подумать. У каждого персонажа свои таланты, свои способности. Так, ну вот, я бы хотел поиграть за гнома. Нас сами превращает находящийся рядом с эльфами в способности. Очень, кстати, внимание, то, что музыка в игре очень крутая, очень хорошо над ней поработали. Очень круто. Шаблон персонажа можно настроить. Первый — это клинок тени, странник. Чернокнижник — это более упор на магию, я так думаю, да. Волшебник тоже. Но это получается, если чернокнижник, то, я так понимаю, больше маг, который играет от защиты, от обороны. А волшебник — это больше с упором на заклинание, так скажем, разрушение. Не разрушение, а больше на урон упор идет. Боевой маг. Жрец — это на восстановление здоровья. Призыватель, ну это логично, призывает кого-то. За боевого мага. Брать. Чего вот так вот.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And like flies to honey, The monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the Magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead, I became part of their story.
Есть, кстати, игра от этих же разработчиков, если я не ошибаюсь. Baldur's Gate 3 вышла совсем недавно.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough.
Потому что многие ее хвалят, что она получилась очень... Так.
Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
Я года так 2 назад пробовал играть в эту игру. Чуть-чуть играл, но не знаю, буквально часа 3-4, может, наиграл в нее. Потом забросил.
So it wasn't a dream after all.
Нужно еще к управлению здесь привыкнуть. Это на ЛКМ. Вижу. Ага, можно так вот передать. Кнопками. Будем. Хочу изучить первую локацию, мне что интересно. Вот здесь, к примеру. Заперт. Ничего не. Можно приближать. Можно вращать камеру зора. Важно. Письменный стол. Пусто. Я так думал, тут везде двери. Ага, нет, здесь открыто. Да, должно. Вот. Отлично. Вот. Куда я пройти никак. Вообще без шансов. Заперто. Я больше вариантов нет. Только наверх подниму.
It seems as though there's a pattern in the blood flow. That can't be natural.
Это спуск вниз. Что это? Выбор какого-то комода, шкафа. Мне только сюда идти надо.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes, looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself.
Магистр Сивен.
There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash.
It seems as though there's a
In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
My, look at the concentration on your face. All will, but no result. There you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters you of sorts. Makes you unable to cast source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
Так, на нашего главного героя, персонажа, навесили какой-то ошейник.
Good gods. There's been a murder here.
Какой-то ошейник, который лишает нас возможности управлять своей силой.
No indications of a struggle.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. I thought as much. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Thanks. I just want to catch whoever did this before they hurt anyone else.
Так, окей. Это у нас... Да, ладно. Сюда.
I forgot how to sing. I did.
Металлический ящик. Ничего. Ищейка. Выпил.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash now.
Так, ладно, там пройти нельзя, да? Там заперто просто.
It's a register, sir. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passenger. You faring okay so far? Glad to hear it. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
I never said those bubbles tried them. And if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
You seem on edge, officer. What on earth is the matter?
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
By all means, do as the officer says. But you had better hurry, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
Так. Ой-ой. Ну, это заскриптованный момент. Здесь сделать ничего.
What's happened?
Так, есть у этих солдат, что задачка есть. Можно полутать чуть-чуть. Ничего. Грязные носки вряд ли нужны, поэтому буду их лопать. Ну, зато есть оружие. Хорошо. Так, тут тарь на... Ай, да. Если поэтому что-то менялось. Да, на букву 6, на цифру 6 точнее. Атака. Посох. Да, надо будет привыкать к интерфейсу, что очень непривычно. Ладно, извините. Так. Еще, да. Тут заперто по-прежнему. Ладно, сразу наверх пойду. Поток корабль скоро. Точно, да. Надо текать. Надо просто вылететь сюда. Стартерия. Что-то мало у них золота. Лишь по 3 монетки. Ну, побольше. Так, стоять. Сильно пропустил. Убираем золото. Вот теперь можно идти.
You pass through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead. His skull is bizarrely angular, and a glorious jewel sits in the middle of his forehead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia, muttering to himself.
No, no, no! What damn fools record knowledge on a pulped tree? It catches fire, it turns into must when wet, it cannot even resist acid. No wonder they're so bloody ignorant.
The skeleton looks up and notices you for the first time.
Oh. Yes? Shouldn't you be running or screaming or some such?
The skeleton groans and looks back to his book, frantically flipping from page to page.
I know your god did not gift you with much, but kindly use the little you were given. Do you look at me and think, why yes, there is someone with organs enough to drown? Trifling matters like water and poison do not concern me. No, damp robes are the most I have to fear. Once this glorified skiff hits the sea floor, I will simply walk to shore. Whereas you, I believe, have lifeboats to pointlessly squabble over.
Ладно, не будем.
Remember, one of your race's weaknesses is having your lungs filled with water until you can no longer breathe. So, try to avoid that, perhaps.
The skeleton resumes his search, leafing through page after page, while hunching over the book in a futile attempt to keep it dry.
Двигаемся дальше. Крафт. Похоже, что я сделать должен. Я могу использовать. если вот это сделать. Вообще.
The lifeboat. That means there's still a chance.
Shut your trap, kid. Children and dwarves first, just like the old stories say.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to no avail.
You said there were other people down there. We need to help them.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Thank you! There's a ladder right over there. We can go straight down.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear? That's when you make moves, didn't you?
Магистр Сипин.
The Magister lies on the floor, unconscious and bleeding from a dire-looking wound.
Который в самом начале был, когда мы был.
The Magister lies on the floor, unconscious and bleeding from a dire...
Так, его никак нельзя, получается, спасти, да? Куда я попал вообще? Я что-то нажал, меня куда-то трэпнуло. Так. Я типа ниже спустился. А, да, я спустился на самую мало. Выше. А, ну если этого нельзя спуститься, то еще кого-то поискать.
You can walk. Get yourself up the ladder.
Опять бой.
Wait! Find Woken!
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
There you stand.
I thought Voidwoken was supposed to be scary.
Let the games begin.
They who are about to triumph.
I'm ready.
I've faced worse.
Так, ну я пришел, свою задачу выполнил. Врагов мы одолели, союзников спасали.
It's Magister Siwan, the one who put on this damn collar.
Поэтому можно делать.
I have plans for you, child.
rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Побережье форта Радость.
Those Voidwoken made short bloody work of the ship. Am I the lone survivor? It seems someone, something wanted me alive.
Так, ну а теперь надо разобраться, куда идти. Хожу в эту сторону. Ага, сохранение. Ага, я уже врагов двух наблюдаю.
Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship.
Будем сражаться.
Damn. They made it to shore.
Так, я могу их. Так, ага. Для рождения. Датный. Недостаточно Б. Что ж делать?
I thought these bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay. Drowned and eaten by a Voidwoken.
Пшение, яблоко, золото, зелье. Много полезного. Так, а там союзник вроде на карте, да, отмечен зеленым. Так. А, это... А, кстати, вот это вот, я не знаю, полубелка, это пушка, DLC. Как путник, питомец. DLC. Вроде бы. Ну да, вроде да. Еще разобраться, куда идти. Сюда можно? Да, сюда.
A black cat. Hello, kitty.
Черный кот.
The cat's eyes are clouded and grey, but it stares at you with acute intensity. Its eyes clear, and it shakes its head, confused.
Чё, теперь за мной будут эта белка и кот бегать? Да. Ну так. Ладно. Туда пройти нельзя. Куда мне идти тогда? Креты.
I've spotted something. I don't have the right tool for digging.
I need to dig here.
Тут нужно копать. Копать нечем, поэтому... Разве? Мне наверх надо посмотреть. А вот сундучок какой-то был. А, ну вон какой-то значок на карте. Туда ходить посмотреть, что.
I thought the order would get rid of any trace of the old Source King.
Древняя статуя короля Брака.
This statue must be 1,000 years old. Wonder how much longer it will last.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head. He spots you, and his arms snap to his sides.
I'm not supposed to talk to dwarves.
The child considers your statement.
If you're just a person, you're one of the smallest I've ever seen. Little people. Like me, you mean, I guess.
He pauses.
Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
The child screws up his face and looks at you hard. He lifts his mirror up to his...
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong. Or crazy. Maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island, and it's a lot nicer out here than inside. They're gone now. The Magisters took them already. I guess now they're cured. And maybe they're waiting for me back at home. But you didn't die. I guess I am, but it's just normal to be scared. Nowhere isn't scary. There isn't anywhere safer. That's what I mean. You'll see.
Интересный диалог. Так, ваза. Лука. Ну, бежит, я ж нажал сюда, чего он убегает эту статую? Гном, блин. Так, СТП. Ага. Дальше я не пройду. Куда же мы? Бля.
You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a steady, malcontent stare. His skin is of a bright, blood-red color. Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with his, two smouldering embers that sizzle your very soul.
I did survive, yes. And chances are I wouldn't have, had you not returned to the aid of your fellow passengers down in that dread. You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that, but let's not get carried away, shall we? Now then, if there's nothing further, I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending, but I had thought it quite self-evident I was gazing out over the waves.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Memories? Quite so.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few tranquil moments pass as the waves lap against your thoughts.
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before us, I see an empire. I see continents dotted with mighty cities. and shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. What do you mean, what do I mean? I mean just what I say. I had a very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you with utter incredulity.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am? Oh, may the Seven have mercy on their own creation. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror, the World Tamer. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which his grandiloquent pose deflates ever so slightly.
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between all-conquering and world-taming opportunities at the moment. The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and truly, a kind offer indeed. And you've already proven to be trustworthy enough. Fine. I accept on one condition. For reasons I'll not disclose right now, it is imperative that I should meet with... I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him, and I'll extend you the blessing of jolly good. So, now that that's settled, first, even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, that our swords will be doing a lot of the talking from here on out, it goes without saying. As a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you? Very well. Onwards then to victory or death.
The Red Prince nods and gives you a smile that wavers ever so delicately between courtesy and contempt.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be traveling with a prince. Proper forms of address include Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, or if you're feeling particularly frivolous, Milord. As your luck would have it, I seem to be fresh out of luggage, so you won't be required to carry my belongings. Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll see to it you'll pick up the rest as we go. So, without further ado, let us be off.
Долговатые здесь диалоги, конечно. Чё? Так, ну по логике туда идти надо. Чё есть справа, кстати?
Hey, mister. It's a lot nicer here than that stinking boat, huh? I'm sure glad you went back to save the others. Saw one of them wringing out their tunic at the shore a few hours.
Так,
Now, where
на
should I
этом
put this
острове
one?
кто-то явно еще.
Answer him. Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our Godwoken speaks.
Опа. Кто-то намечается снова.
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape, Atusa. We have proof.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you, Alexander. I know nothing of any escapees.
If you can tell the Godwoken no more, your tongue is of no use. Cut it out.
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come!
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Atusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut. Drops of blood form against the dagger's edge and quickly fall to the ground. She grows.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed in you, Atusa. To think you would lie to his only son, your bishop, and your friend these many years. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. If you will not help us, Dallas.
Yes, Your Holiness.
I believe
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
Так, новый уровень, да? Так, ну. Да. Лутаем, естественно, все. Обязательно. карты. Хорошо, я так и не понял, как прокачивать карты. Это L это журнал, I это вот тут прокачивать. Я думаю, начать. Силу. Вообще дает. Пока что вкачал. Ну прокачка силы влияет на передвижение объектов. Также увеличивает количество метрии. Ладно.
Come on then, Lexi. Pay up.
I find only bread. I want no trouble.
Bread or a brisket?
По снаряжению.
Your grift teaches you to bully others. Pathetic.
You keep his name out of your mouth.
Так,
you filthy cud chewer.
На этом моменте, я думаю, стоит закончить первую часть, первую серию игры. Буду также проводить стримы на своем канале по данной игре. Также записывать видео, но на этом первая серия закончена. Спасибо всем за просмотр. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на канал, пишите комментарии. А я желаю всем удачи и до новых встреч.